Welcome to another Give SI Nonprofit Spotlight. And remember, you can give right now to Give SI. Right now, we're shining the spotlight on the Infinity Project. And I'm joined by the president and founder and the vice president of this group. So please take a moment and introduce yourselves.
My name's Ashley DeBoer. I started this nonprofit a year ago.
Happy birthday on the project. 1 year.
I'm LJ Davis. I am the vice president. I came on a little bit after Ashley founded, and it has been just an amazing partnership. Since then, we have very similar personalities, and that helps our work partnership and our passion for animals, especially.
It helps to have a good partnership with any kind of project, but especially in something like this, I would think. So give our viewers a little background on what your nonprofit does.
Okay, so the Infinity Project is a 501c3 nonprofit, and our goal is to prevent unnecessary shelter surrenders. So we provide emergency vet bill assistance, low-cost microchipping services. We have a pet food bank, and then we're also giving like community education and outreach services.
Okay, and where are you based out of?
We are based out of Southern Illinois.
Okay, so you cover throughout Southern Illinois?
All of Southern Illinois, yep.
Okay, so can you give us an example, like emergency vet services? Can you give us an example of how that might impact someone?
Yeah, I can actually give a story or two.
Yes, please.
There is a dog named Creek. He was actually a service dog that just so happened to be out with his owner, and he got attacked by another dog. His mouth was severely lacerated, and the owner reached out to us because this not only is a family pet, but also a working dog. So they did not have the funds to pay for the vet bill. They reached out to the Infinity Project, and luckily there was, not severe damage. They just needed stitches, but Creek recovered very easily, and due to them reaching out so quickly and us being able to fund those, and pretty much most of our campaigns are all funded by our donors. We have a very small fund ourselves because, I just bought dog food yesterday out of my own pocket. So a lot of these, funds are completely donated, and we're so grateful. And that was one reason why Creek was able to get his stitches. So we are so grateful for our donors, because we would not be able to help dogs like Creek so quickly if it had not been for those donors.
Yeah, those donors are so important,
Of
in
course.
order to have these resources. You also offer microchipping. Why is that so important for pet owners?
Okay, so microchipping is why I started the nonprofit. I think that every animal should be microchipped, because if your pet gets lost, most pets do get lost at some point in their lifetime. It's a permanent identification to get them back home.
And I think it's especially important during times like 4th of July, when fireworks are going off, or other celebrations that kind of take your pet out of their normal circumstances and could often cause fear.
Exactly.
So that is an important service. And so could you talk a little bit more about some of the other services and why they're important?
Yeah, so do you want to do the pet food bank?
Yeah, of course. Right now, we actually are doing a holiday pet food bank, because we're realizing that now a lot of people are not only thinking about the mouths that they have to feed on a regular basis, but now they have the holiday stress in buying gifts and hosting families over the holidays. And it's no surprise that, everyone's a little tight right now economically. So we're trying to be proactive right now in actually building up our pet food pantry, so that when families start counting mouths to feed, their pet usually is the first to go. And that is something that is so easily preventable. Sometimes a $10 bag of cat or dog food can be the difference between whether a cat or dog eats that week from their family. So we realize how important that is, and we want to be proactive about it. So we've actually started now building that pack up.
And so do you work hand in hand with veterinarians throughout Southern Illinois and with shelters?
We don't have any official partners with the vets, but we do work a lot with Murfreesboro Vet Clinic, Finding Forever Animal Shelter, and those types of facilities in our area.
All right. And so why is it so important that people give to your organization at this time of year? I know we've touched on some of the services, but what would you like to say to people?
Yeah, of course. I am actually not originally from Southern Illinois. I am from Memphis, Tennessee. And being from a bigger city, I realized that Southern Illinois is lacking in resources, and in all honesty, the average income and the average poverty rate is a little bit higher in this area than it was in Memphis. That is a huge gap when you don't really have those resources. And I'm actually, child free. My animals are my kids. So if I fell on hard times like that, I would need the Infinity Project. So I wanted to think about the people in the community that, just in the last 2 years, I've learned to love, and I fell in love with this area. And now I want to give back, and I want to help Ashley build, her brainchild that she's been able to. And knowing that people in the area have already reached out to us so much, and we already have campaigns that we can't fund. These are active animals that you can help every single day. Everything we do is completely transparent. Every campaign goes on our Facebook. You can see the actual dollars raised in real time. So these are like real animals that your neighbors may need help with that you can actually help every day.
It's great having that transparency so people can see right where the donation is going. Mm-hmm. And I know what you mean by being a pet parent. Like my wife and I are empty nesters. And so our 2 dogs and our cat, those are our kids right now. And so, and it's not cheap. No. Taking care of a pet can get costly, especially when there's unexpected vet bills, or for those families who may fall on hard times and lose a job or something like that. So another reason why your service is so important. Now, how has Give SI helped the Infinity Project? How has it been partnering with Give SI?
Yeah, right now we actually, because we want to do things the right way, and Give SI is very fundamental in giving educational resources to nonprofits. We've realized that we have a lot to go. We have some big shoes to fill. And because we want to be a powerhouse and an actual big resource and potentially take this beyond just Southern Illinois, we want to be able to have that educational resource. And everyone here has been so kind and so inspirational in their mentorship and being able to lead us in doing things the right way.
Well, it's good that you've been able to partner with Give SI. And you said earlier you had a couple of stories about how pets have been impacted. Could you share one more before we wrap up?
Of course. There actually was a dog in the news. The tornadoes that hit the Lower Marion area back in May, there was a dog named Bella. And one of our resources that really takes no time is we realize that there's so many lost pet Facebook groups in different areas, but there's no way to streamline those and have those in one site. So we started, scouring those sites. And when we found that there were pets lost in the area, we started posting them on our site. And it turns out someone from Facebook found one of our Facebook posts about Bella, and one of our posts were able to help find Bella. The family, we reached out to them, but they asked that we not personally go out and try to look just because they were skittish. But luckily someone in the area found them and recognized them through our Facebook. And this was a dog that was in the news and people everywhere was looking, but that was something that really impacted us. It was like, oh wow, this is real.
And boy, that's when it hits home, right? When you can see that success and reunite a pet with his family. Yeah, that's fantastic. Well, LJ and Ashley, thank you for being here, and thank you for sharing more on the Infinity Project. We wish you well with this and hope for great success. And remember, for more information, you can go to givesi.org. You can donate there. You can also support many vital services. It's Give SI, for good, forever, for Southern Illinois.
Give SI is made possible by Oasis. We More Better. Video services provided by ManVoice. Additional funding for Give SI is made possible by these sponsors.